All right, welcome back to Buckle Up Garage. Thanks for tuning in. Got my buddy Mike Pawelski, known as Uncle Big Dog, with me today. We're going to take a wander around, check out everything that Mecum's got to offer. Tell people all the time, man, you're going to see stuff here that you never thought you'd see, things you don't know what they are. It's a rich guy's playground. You know, we are not the kind of guys that would be buying cars here, I don't think, right? You're not buying anything?
We front a budget lot.
A budget lot? Yeah. I'm sure they do.
Okay.
Like the OK Corral. Remember the old OK Corral?
Frontier.
Sweet, sweet. So, yeah, tag along with us. We're going to wander around today. Let's see what we see. All right, we got, not a real obscure, but a 70 Plymouth Superbird. It was Richard Petty owned car. You know, and plenty of Superbirds to look at. 444 barrel car. But kind of the cool thing, and hopefully you can see it through the window. Richard signed the dash. Take care of my car. Richard Petty. Kind of cool. They added the Petty, it's tough to see through the glass, embroidered Richard Petty thing on the headrest. Good deal. Get around here. Very nice. Oh, dude, check this out. What is this? That's a lot of rivets. Check out
That's
like leather leaf spring covers. All right, it's got to have something cool.
This could give the Sanchez a run for his money.
All hail the Sanchez.
Yep, if it had a ball.
Cool. What is this?
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, just full-on custom. What engine is this? I'm trying to scan through this. A Donovan aluminum inline four-cylinder. Yeah, it's pretty. Different. It's out of a forklift. Sure. All right, this isn't necessarily everybody's cup of tea, but I had a 97 Ram. I always liked this body style when it came out. This one's a 94 with under 9,000 miles on it. 8,700 something. Short box, four-wheel drive. Super nice. And just about anyone you see, regardless of, could be in Arizona in the desert and then rotted out in the wheel wells. My 97 was actually the same color, this kind of cool green. That's nice. Estimated to go between $30,000 and $40,000. So yeah, I am not a player in this game. But yeah, short box, four-wheel drive. Wouldn't mind having it. So not everything is having a good day here at Mecum. Beautiful Hemi Superbird. Vitamin C orange. According to the guy trying to drive it in, got bad gas in it, having a hard time starting. Like why you would get it all the way here to Mecum and not have fresh gas in it and get all your bugs worked out of it. Yeah, they're trying to get this thing started. I think they cranked it so much now the battery's not even doing it. Let's see if they get lucky here if they're going to try and start it. Oh no, it's stone dead now. Go underneath and bang on the starter a little bit.
I can do it.
You're little. Get underneath her. Somebody give me a hammer. That's a shame. Beautiful car. I think something's having a hard time behind us, but the Nova isn't. No, the Nova's not having a hard time at all. Not sure what he's looking for. Just smack it with a hammer, dude. I kind of want to walk up and, yeah, you get something to smack it with.
2 more cards. 3 more cards. Oh.
Yeah, screw it. Do you guys got anything to smack the starter with, like a hammer or something? I bet you get a crank out of it.
That's probably what it is. It's stuck on a bad spot.
I hate to say it.
Oh, here he comes with a hammer. Hopefully he gets lucky. Problem is, what do you do once it's up front? You get, you know, he said he'd get it started. What do you do now? I mean, you almost got to leave it running. There it goes. There we go. Gave it a couple of smacks. Don't let it stall. Well, this is embarrassing for the Mopar crowd. Keep it running.
I'll get the gas. Just crank it.
All right, well, enough videoing the misery here. That's too bad. You really should have sorted this shit out before you bring it. Alright, if you've watched some of my other videos, one of my old Car City ones, I came across a 74 Trans Am in the same color. That I wasn't sure if it was a Super Duty, but here's that, essentially the same car, but the opposite end of the spectrum. Kind of saw it at its worst in the salvage yard. Now it is here kind of at its best. This one's sold already. Not sure what it went for, but that's a 4-speed car. The other one that I saw was an automatic. Okay, apparently I thought maybe it was Orbit Orange. It's called Buccaneer Red. Yeah, very cool. Cool. Sweet. What do you think, Mikey?
Good car for Fing.
Yeah, yeah. My sister-in-law would think this. Very nice, very nice. Firebird. There's a lot more cars here this year than the last couple. This whole back area was just parking, general parking for people coming and looking at stuff. Yeah, there's a lot more cars here this year. I think if you look off in the distance, I don't know if I can zoom in from here. You can see the Superbird that was having a hard time starting made it up here. All right, so we came across this snowcat people transporter thing. We're trying to figure it out. So now Mike's in an in-depth conversation with these gentlemen about how this thing turns. It's like a cab and like a single blade on the front of it, and a trailer on the back that's hauls people. I'm assuming this is like a ski resort or something like that. But you look in the middle. Oh, dude, he's fighting with him. I tell you, can't take him anywhere. It's got like a yoke on the back of it that hooks up to the trailer, and the cables go left, right, and actually push the trailer to the side to make it turn. There we got like a band going by right now in the middle of talking about this. I was afraid you were going to get in a fight with those guys.
Well, I wanted him to explain it to me. I was thinking of an excavator.
Next thing you know, I'm getting thrown over a table because you're fighting with somebody.
You could redline it, and it would still shift.
First gear. Yeah, you might think that the torque converter is going to come through the floor, but
move to the side. It's going to shift.
Check that. It's like, it's a lot of induction. No, I want a little bit more induction. So let's put some spacers on there. It's a ton of RAM. Like extra RAM. All right, we've got a 1968 Ford Mustang Cobra Jet Fastback. It's a legit drag car. I have no idea who Jerry Harvey is, but he apparently worked at Paul Harvey Ford. It says here, supposedly on the back, this is the 68 national record holder, 68 U.S. national winner, and 69 Mustang poster car. Poster car. Mm-hmm. Yep. Very cool. Drag pack car. Great. We'll get a look on the inside. Kind of a close-up of this first. Yeah. Well, get as much tire underneath it as you can, I suppose. All right. Mikey has informed me that while we have noticed that of the 4,000 vehicles that are here, 1,000 of them are Corvettes. What do they not have enough of? And you didn't think you'd see one here. What did you find?
Well, plow trucks.
A Chevy plow truck in Kissimmee, Florida. I'm not sure there's much use for one of these here. And quite honestly, it's got a Fisher plow on it, which, for those of us that plowed snow up in Wisconsin, Fisher sucks. Western, kind of the way to go. Boss plows. But it's just hilarious that somebody has brought their plow truck all the way down to Florida.
No reserve.
And as Mike just pointed out, no reserve. So this could be yours for, I don't know, $4,500. Yeah, I might need that. I might need to drive this back because apparently there's some crap weather happening. But yeah, Mecum auction. Yeah, you'll see things you never knew existed. You see things that you never thought you'd see, and in this case, a Chevy plow truck. Why the hell not? So early in my work career, back in 1987, I started out working in dealerships, parts departments. There's a Lincoln store that in the past had been a Pantera dealer. And by that time, obviously the Panteras weren't being sold here in the States, but we still had like 4 or 5 customers that brought theirs in once in a while for service work. And that's why I had no idea what these things were until I saw them there. What the hell? Yeah, it's like a European exotic, and it's got a Ford 351 in it, so it looks like Lamborghini, Ferrari, and sounds like a muscle car. These are just badass cars. Badass cars. Motor mid-engine in the back. Wish I was lucky enough to be here when they're firing this thing up to take it across the auction block. Because until you hear one of these things, you just don't completely get it. They are bad cars. All right, so now I think people are joking with us. One of the guys that I work with now worked for Schwann's, and when Schwann shut down a couple of months ago, he came and worked for us. It's a Schwann's truck. Schwann's. Roush. No, the propane systems on them were designed by Roush. Oh. I know that because we work on Schwann's trucks. Or we did.
Schwann's. At
work. But, yeah, this one's for Jamie at work. Maybe bad memories, but it's a Schwann's truck.
It is a Schwann's truck. 917 was the pinnacle of racing in that era, and it was the best Porsche ever made.
A very fast machine, extremely fast. There's no car that you walk into your garage that stops you cold like this car.
I know it's in the top 100 cars of all time. Magic's never went down with this car.
What's up, everybody? I'm Chris Jacobs, and I am so stoked to be here with this movie star. This is the hero car from Steve McQueen's 1971 film, Le Mans.
All right, so as we're walking around and we're talking to some people, and we just saw that Schwann's truck, and the guys are like, "Did you see the spot weld car?" I'm like, "Spot weld car? Oh yeah, you got to go down there and look at the spot weld car." So we found it. I don't know what to make of this. It's definitely different, but everything on this is rivets and spot welds. I'm just going to kind of walk around so you can see this. It's kind of genius.
I mentioned about the tires as you come up to the front here, especially
everywhere that something's been added on or patched in. Anything he created?
5 minutes. 5 minutes.
It's horrible but spectacular at the same time.
I know, right?
Somewhere I got to come across and figure out what this thing started life as. Hopefully the sun's not. I'm getting closer so you can see this. No joke, I think these are rocks glasses for taillights. There is just a level of genius to this. I could do without the clear coat on it, but to each their own. I mean, obviously this guy really does not give a shit what anybody thinks about it. Dude, take a look at the taillights and tell me what the taillights are. So that's cool. The hood ornament is like a big spark plug. All right, here we go. So it started out as a 51 Chevy custom sedan delivery. And he's got a 2004 Cadillac Escalade on underneath. So you could probably drive with a 5.3 LS. So he could drive this thing anywhere. I don't know who you are, dude, but I applaud this. This is absolute genius. Absolute genius. Well done, sir. Well done. All right, so at first glance, you would look at this and say, wow, that's a really nice Dodge Ram Charger. It's not a Dodge Ram Charger. It's a Plymouth Trail Duster. Essentially, it's a Ram Charger with different badging. I happen to have owned a 77 Trail Duster many, many years ago. Not nearly as nice, obviously, you know, it's just a kid. As many Ram Chargers were out there, there was probably a quarter of those in Trail Dusters. There you have the removable top. You can see this guy has got a soft top on it. The very early Ram Chargers, the 74s, for like the first half of the production run, they actually had a half door. The door separated here and here. This section stayed attached to the roof, so when you took the removable roof off, you had an open door versus having the full frame. I had a 74 with the split top like that. It was absolute garbage. I bought for parts. I think I paid $400 for it. But yeah, this, well, the Ram Chargers, you don't see a lot of Ram Chargers. You really don't see a lot of the Plymouth Trail Dusters. This one's a 79. It's still got the, they call it the bird bath hood. This water would just kind of sit in this recess here. The last year would have been 1980. It would have the same grill with the quad headlights, but they went to a different roof design where the bird bath recess went away. These generally, most of them are 318s. Some earlier versions came with 360s, and you could get the option for the 400. They ran the corporate 9 1/4 differential in the back and Dana 44s in the front. The last couple of years would be a part-time four-wheel drive. Ran an NP205 transfer case, and you had lockout hubs on the front. But the majority of them, the mine included, were full-time four-wheel drive. They had the NP203 transfer case. They were absolutely bulletproof. What killed most of them was rust. Mine, in fact, in the end, when I sold it, the body mount here at the door, under the door, was so bad, the cowl was dropping. The nose of the vehicle is tipping down as the body mount let loose. So the door gap at the bottom, you could fit your fingers in, and the door was catching at the top. I literally had to keep adjusting the headlights down because as it slowly dropped and dropped and dropped, the headlights were pointing at the sky. I'd love to have another one. I definitely could not afford this one. It's absolutely gorgeous. But at least I can say I had one. And I'll post a picture of it. It was garbage, but it was mine. So, yeah, the 79 Plymouth Trail Duster. All right, so we have here a 1959 Dodge D500 Custom Lancer. This, in my opinion, has got the meanest front end ever produced. It's like a fist coming down the road at you. Look at that. That's I'm like middle-aged, angry, married guy that hasn't gotten all his dreams fulfilled. Like, I've had enough of your shit. Oh, that's just beautiful. Took a wrong turn, went through a wrong gate, and stumbled across this 66 Barracuda straight axle gasser style pile of awesome. I myself have got a soft spot for the bubble window ugly duckling Barracudas. I grew up with a neighbor that had one of these. It was an ex-drag car. Nothing quite like this, but it was a small block with fender roll headers, 513 gears, Hemi 4-speed in it, loud ass electric fuel pump that a 13, 14-year-old kid, it absolutely scared me to death in the best way possible. It was just a riot act of a car. This one, obviously, it has got a 440 in it with fender well headers. The guy has built his own custom power brake setup, because there's, I mean, if you look where the power steering or the power brake booster normally would be, there's absolutely no way that's going to fit in there with this big of a motor and those fender well headers. So he came up with this little bit of chaos here and has power brakes. I'd be a little concerned that he's maybe cooking the brake fluid a little bit right there, but I'm sure he knows what he's doing. But yeah, this thing is something else. You know, it's got huge meats on the back, but he obviously could fit more tire under this thing, and by God, you should. I don't know who you are, dude, but you did a great job. This thing is something else. Absolutely love it. All right, that's going to do it from the Mecum auction, Kissimmee, 2025. Saw lots of really cool stuff. Some real oddballs. I can't believe we found a plow truck and a Schwann's truck. We'll be back next year. This has really grown a lot since like the first time I came here 5-6 years ago. It literally, I can't walk this whole thing in one day anymore. Maybe it's the old man in me, but when they talk about 4,000 cars, I don't think they're joking. There's cars everywhere in this place. This is another place, or a Mecum auction, whether it's here, or Indianapolis, or Kansas, or anything. These are awesome to come to if you're a car person, because you're going to see a lot of really neat stuff. And it's just a great way to spend a day. It truly is. So until the next video, thanks for tuning in to Buckle Up Garage. Give it the like, subscribe, comment. You know, just let me know what you think. Again, we will be back. Until the next episode. Later.